Welcome, my friends, to more evidence from the Bigfoot Vault. It is I, Michael Merchant, your host. I have a very strange news report from 1895 for you. Let's get to it. The North Adams Daily Transcript, 1895. Title: Built like a horse. Wildman creates terror among farmers around Injun Meadow. He scares brutes as well as human beings. Posse to organize and make determined effort at capture. The Wildman was seen again yesterday by passengers on Dodd stage en route to Winston from Sanesfield, Massachusetts. He was in the same track of brush as when seen last Saturday by Selectman Smith, which is 5 miles from here on the old and lonesome highway leading to Colebrook. The Wildman lives in Injun Meadow, as it is known to the countrymen. He is thought to be one of a family of 3 wild men seen 2 years ago. The man seen by Mr. Smith had no clothes. Outward covered with hair. The wild man was seen in Canaan Mountain a few months ago, is thought to be the same person. Farmers in that section are terrorized and afraid to go out of doors after dark, and the robberies of henneries and mysterious disappearances of calves, lambs, are blamed upon the wild man. 500 men leave here Sunday morning to hunt for the strange character. They will go out in gangs and surround Injun Meadow, and Cobble Mountain farmers have given the use of their teams free, while every man of the posse is warned to go armed. On Saturday, Ridley Smith, while coming over the road, stopped to pick a few berries, but no sooner had he commenced to eat than the wild man emerged from the center of a batch of berry bushes. Smith was about scared to death. His dog commenced to whine, and with its tail between its legs sought refuge in Smith's wagon under a pile of blankets. Mr. Smith described the man as an awful-looking sight. He is large in stature, and his head is the most conspicuous part of his body, being nearly the size of a horse's head. His teeth resemble those of a horse in size, but are pointed. His hands are extra large. I guess Bigfoot was lucky that he didn't end up being called Big Hands, because it doesn't say anything about his feet. Take note of a couple of interesting aspects of this news report from 1895. One, it's in the Northeast. Secondly, the behavior of the dog. We quite frequently see almost this exact behavior reported from people now when they encounter Bigfoot. The dogs that, they'll whine and cower. And we can conclude from the fact that they rousted up 500 men to go look for this thing, that this was a concern. This was ongoing. People were seeing this thing. The disappearance of calves, lambs, and the chickens sounds a little bit like a UFO thing, or this wild man was carnivorous. He was eating meat and apparently couldn't get wild animals. It's very strange. Very strange to see these reports associated with missing animals. I believe this would be the largest posse ever organized to try to catch a wild man, aka Bigfoot. What do you guys think the deal is with comparing this thing to a horse and a horse's head? Did it have a horse's head? Well, they say it looked like a person. All right, leave your comments below. Thumb this up. Share with your non-believing friends. And if you're not subscribed, it's free.